Okay, welcome everybody to a Star Wars RPG workshop and game demonstration, which also includes how to GM, how to play, why we play, learn to play and GM workshop. This is in Arabesh. You've seen it before, starting in if in the movies you can see this writing in the Phantom Menace.
Anakin one.
Anakin's, and nowadays you can see every episode in Bad Batch and such, even in Ahsoka and The Mandalorian. But this was created by Stephen Crane, who is a graphic designer for West End Games. Right, so who am I? My name is Carol Hisham. I've been a Star Wars fan since
Oh my god.
78, I think, because at that time, Hollywood movies came in like a year later. I think like 6 months it came to KL, but then 6 months after that, only it came to my hometown of Setiawan. I've been a RPGM since this year. From Setiawan, when I was in Form 3, there was a school visit to KL. And we went to this super new, like top of the line mall that everybody said, wow, I've never seen anything like this before. It was called Subang Tarik. And in Mind Shop, if you remember Mind Shop, there's a comic shop. It also sells in SS31. The reason why I come to KL when I was a kid is just to go to SS31 to go to Mind Shop.
All the comics there.
Yeah, so at that time, Mind Shop didn't have the shop yet. So they had they had a booth. So I went there and I saw for the first time the Star Wars RPG. This one. And I was like, you can do this, you can play, you can create your own stories, create your characters with friends and everything. And then I got it. So currently, running, present, Star Wars campaign, Dawn of the Rangers on Discord, with 3 Americans and 1 Uruguayan. So I have this is my all the games I've run before: Dungeons and Dragons, Call of Cthulhu, Star Trek Adventures, Mini 6, Bare Bones Fantasy, Robotech, Laundry RPG. Laundry is a novel series by Charles Stross. It's a bit like the X-Files. It has that droll humor of like British civil service. So it's basically, there's a zombie here. Wait, I need a gun. Please submit your form in triplicate.
Yeah.
I did this with my colleagues in UNIMAP. And we transferred this to the capital laundry services in Malaysia, because Malaysia is a Commonwealth nation. So it had laundry branches from the UK to. I'm also a freelance illustrator. I've illustrated for book covers and also indie RPGs. Okay, next. So this is what we're going to do. Who am I? Why am I? What is RPG? Why do we play? Why is Star Wars to you? How to play RPG? The dice. This is the starter set. This is me in Shiraz. He was here too last night. So I'm a English language teacher at UNIMAP, Perlis, University of Malaysia, Perlis. I also do tabletop role-playing game workshops and demos at public events or schools. This was last year in Jayawan. They had a Star Wars Day thing. Yeah. But I work with Kaki Tabletop, and they're the ones who asked me to come.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. And then later in the year, at school in Malacca called me to do also a demo and workshop and talk, which I played with the students. I played 2 different games. One is Star Wars, the other one is Mini 6, which I based on a generic espionage thing.
Metal game.
So something like you have to go and investigate some bad guy in France. Probably come up with your whatever solutions you have to the problem. I also do research on tabletop role-playing games, helping to improve student language skills. So in this, earlier this couple of months ago, my department, they said that everybody has to form their own research groups. So somebody says like, okay, you be the leader of this group. So I move forward and said, everybody, we're doing role-playing games. Okay.
Unanimously, yeah.
But few of them actually have played with me, like laundry, so they know exactly what it entails, and some of them has also written papers about it and published them. So yeah, they're fine with it. All right.
They made the right move.
Yeah. Next. Sometimes I play Star Wars RPG and other RPG with my English language students at UNIMAN.
So which one is a safe?
No.
This
This is just, I think this was a Rebel Alliance, but free trade campaign. But not campaign, it's a one shot. Played once, finish. Right, next. So what is Star Wars RPG? Well, if you're here, I think you know what it is. If you've seen Dungeons and Dragons, you played it, you know what it is, except for it's Star Wars. You play the roles of characters, and you collaboratively do things. You can't really actually say what you do, but the resultant is the story that you should be able to enjoy. You can say, you know what, the other day we did this. Remember when you did that? I roll the dice and this happened. You enjoy it because you're having a good time with your friends. And if you like Star Wars, then I was in the Star Wars universe. I didn't have a lightsaber before, and suddenly when the guy was chasing me and I was in the junkyard, and suddenly in my hands I found a lightsaber when I rolled for search. And it will be something that they're proud of, they're happy with. Okay, next.
Okay, this lightsaber comes with cut off hand.
Oh yeah, yes.
Yeah.
4 hands in a row.
4 hands in a row, just got more lightsaber.
Okay, so the history.
Wizard of the Coast.
Yeah, Wizard of the Coast. First, Western Games, 1987 and 1999. I've played this in school, and this is the first edition. The first edition rulebook. This is the second edition rulebook, and this is the third edition rulebook. Then Wizards of the Coast. There were 3 versions. I do not have the original core rulebook. I do have the revised edition and also the saga edition. I've never played them before because this time when I had all these books, I had nobody to play with.
Oh, you should have contacted me.
I think it was before the time of social media as well. So
Yeah.
it's difficult to And finally, 2012, President Fantasy Flight Games / H Studios. Now this is what we were talking about earlier. Fantasy Flight Games got the license and they created the core rulebook, Age of the Empire, Age of Rebellion, and Force and Destiny. And sometime, I think 2 or 3 years ago, they put all their RPG, Asmodee bought them, and they put all their RPG assets in H Studios. And H Studios used to do their layout. So Fantasy Flight Games gave H Studios to do layout, but now everything goes to H Studios, even the writers and everything. This is where it is now.
So here's the question: Fantasy Flight doesn't own anymore the rights.
They own the rights to the board games. Like Star Wars,
Rebellion.
Yeah, Rebellion, the X-Wing and all that. They still do that, but RPG all go to H Studios.
H Studio. So it's a subsidiary of Fantasy Flight.
It's subsidiary of Asmodee,
Oh yes, movie.
but they are both sisters.
Oh.
So currently uses the Genesis system. We'll go to that in a moment. They call it the Genesis. They don't officially call it the Genesis system. They call it narrative die system, but they adapted the rules they created for Star Wars RPG here for other systems. and they had to call it something, so they call it the Genesis system. They use more or less the same types of dice, but they have to change the names and the symbols because you can have the lightsabers on something that's not Star Wars.
Yeah.
Right. Next. So why do we play? What is Star Wars to you?
Everything. I mean, yeah.
What sort of adventures do you want to experience? I want to be in Star Wars. I would like to be in the patent office. I'll be staying there the whole day, waiting for people to come in with patents, and I'll just stand there. The whole day I'm going to do that, I'm going to roll my dice just to, That's not going to happen, right? And you're like, why do you do that?
I just want to overthrow the emperor.
Yeah, exactly. Overthrow the emperor, take his chair,
Take his chair.
put it in our basement.
Put in basement. Replace his new chair.
What sort of stories you want to tell? It's a lot. Maybe 20 years ago, if you ask somebody what is our story about, maybe the stories are very, the scope is very small.
Yeah.
But nowadays, because of the Mandalorian, Ahsoka,
Mandalorian, 126, Mandalorian,
yeah,
and others,
and others.
and some episode that we didn't talk about.
Comics also, the stories actually are very good. What of characters do you want to play? You want to play the patent clerk?
What was
You want to play a game store manager? but in the Star Wars universe.
The Star Wars universe.
Sabar, please sabar.
Yeah. So, alright, let's go to the next one. So what is Star Wars to you?
Wait. Okay.
The one.
No,
What is Star Wars?
So, at one level, maybe you go to somebody who not really into Star Wars, they might think this is it. Right. Next.
But people that doesn't know Star Wars live in Star Wars, right?
Yeah, exactly right. If they know Star Wars, these people are living in the Star Wars
That's what I
universe.
said. Whoa.
There's only people who don't know Star Wars. But yeah, so you have the TV shows.
Okay, this one a bit conflicted.
Okay, next. Comics. You have legacy from previous continuity.
Bit conflicted.
Next. Novels.
Oh my God, that's
video
cool,
games.
Old Republic.
So all of this. Next. It can be any of them, or all of them, or anything and everything in between. And it's all up to your group. Like you have like 4 or 5 of you. What do you want to play? I just want to play the Ewoks cartoons.
The country langsung.
Just the Ewok cartoons. I want to be, I got like cartoon eyes and everything, and there's Dulocs, and there's all of these things. Maybe, it's up to you. It's up to you.
Spoilers. Okay, John Lucas then. Oh wait.
Okay, next. How to play. So this is very rough. I mean, this basically rough ideas because how to play, how to roll the dice, we'll come to that in a moment later on. What flavors or themes of Star Wars? You got war, frontline, scouts, medics, intelligence. Medics? Can we play medics? Just medics. There was a novel. I forgot what it's called. I think it was a 2-part novel where it's set in the Clone Wars and all the main characters are medics, Jedi medic, clone medics, droids, and that's the story. So you can actually play medics during war.
But we always be targeted, right?
That's it.
Oh wait. That's
It's up to the GM to make. Force users, Jedi versus Sith. Various Force adepts, Jen Sarai, Matukai. Untrained Force, so you have Force powers, but you're not a Jedi. You're just like, I can do this, but nobody's training me. You're just going around stumbling, bumbling into things. Okay, it works. Scum and villainy, smugglers, bounty hunters, mercenaries, civilians, freighter captains. This and this can also, there's an overlap. Diplomats, explorers, civilian medics. So, others, what else? What other ideas? If it works for you, it works for your group, fine.
The Imperial Star Destroyer janitor.
Yeah,
Right.
we can do that. We can 3 of you play janitors on the Star Destroyer. And then what, as a GM, you have to think, what are the things that will be a challenge to them and make sense and it will be enjoyable for the players to play. And a mix of everything. So discuss with the group. This is a group. This is a commission. Somebody commissioned me to draw for them. This is an actual group play of players in America. Next. So if you want to play Western games,
Oh, okay.
what character do you want to play? If you were playing this, if you look at Star Wars Rebels, the Wookiee template, the Brash Pilot template, these are all templates available here. The templates here, you take them and then you can customize to make them more than what they are. So, Brash Pilot, Bounty Hunter, Kid, Minor Jedi, and you think maybe a stretch. However, I know for a fact that the story group editor, Pablo Hidalgo, also worked for Western Games. He was a freelance writer for Western Games, and I think he's still very much, he's like the lore master, and he based all his lore on the Western Games thing. And it's very, how impactful it is in the early 90s when Bantam Books began their novels, the novel series, starting with Air 3 Empire.
Oh, yeah.
Thrawn, the first appearance of Thrawn anywhere in the world in history. Before, when he started writing, he like came up with his own stuff, like okay, this like this land speeder, this planet. But just when he started, the Bantam book, the Lucasfilm licensing person went to him and gave him like a box of RPG books. Please read through, if you can. Integrate whatever, because we've created a lot of things in the universe for you already. And he did that. And when the first time I read Air 3 Empire, my eyes were like, my players used this before. Which has never happened before. For example, in Star Trek. Star Trek, the pocket books, right?
Yeah, okay.
Pocket books. Those are never canon. Whatever happens in the book stays in the books. It might have a book series, but they don't really use it. Paramount doesn't use it at all, and most of the time they just get overwritten, right? Until the last couple of years, they actually use some things from the novels now, but that's another story. The kit template, if you get a kit template, it does state in the template sheet that it has a slingshot.
So where's Luke slingshot?
Looks like it looks Brash Pilot. So yeah, you can
Brash
yeah.
Pilot.
Alright, next. So if you play the Fantasy Flight, there are three flavors. 90% of each are the same, but they help you to create stories or to create characters. Scum and Villainy, Rebel Alliance, Jedi Force users. But they are all they're all compatible. You can play if you have like you want Force user characters, you can play with a smuggler character. Right, next. So these are dice. I'm just gonna go through very fast. Have you ever used this before?
Not this size.
No,
12 years ago.
Okay,
So
so
they told me I need to refresh me.
so you know how the D&D dice work? Well, this one, instead of numbers, we have symbols. Good symbols, we want these symbols. Bad symbols, we don't want these symbols.
Despair.
Ability is your skill, your basic characteristics. If let's say your brawn is 2 and you have to roll to open the door is stuck, roll the 2. If you have success, the door breaks open. If you have skills, skills will have ranks. If you have a brawl of 2 and you have, let's say, door opening, door cracking skill, it doesn't exist. But let's say door cracking skill of 1, then you roll one of this and you replace the other green with this yellow. This yellow will give you more successes and more triumph, which trigger a powerful positive consequence. One of the things is I can tell you, I can give it to you. Okay, you have gotten a triumph, you triumph with the door. What do you think? What happens next? I'll give it to you. If let's say there's a stormtrooper on the other side of the door, you can say, okay, since I have a triumph, I want to say that when I break the door down, say you're a Wookiee, it hits the stormtrooper falls down the railing or.
So it's a
or
critical success.
Yes.
Okay.
So it's up to you.
And together with all other stormtroopers.
Maybe one triumph at a time.
Oh, one time. Okay.
These two are the opposite of this. So if you are fighting against someone, an NPC, this would be the green and this would be the yellow. These is bonus and penalty dice, situational. So let's say I'm doing this. All right, it's raining. I'm going to give you one black die.
Okay.
Suddenly, the whole thing is shaking. I'm giving another black dice.
No.
Advantage and disadvantage.
Yeah, and then suddenly a frog comes out of nowhere, another black dice. They say, "Come on, I don't want to play with you anymore." Right. So that's how it works in general. Success and failure, they cancel each other out. Advantage and threat, they cancel each other out. Now, if you look, success, advantage, you can fail and have an advantage. You're trying to shoot at something. You get more failures than success, which means you miss that guy. However, because of your role, you get 3 advantages. And I want to ask you, what happens? You miss that guy. Tell me what happens.
The guy
The
tumbles
rock
down.
behind fall on him.
Yeah, it hits a rock behind him and it falls on his head. Okay, what happens next? I don't know. It's up to. So this is attraction of the system. It allows you to fail and good things happen. Also, it allows you to succeed
And
and bad things happen.
Three despair dice.
So despair and triumph. So despair will trigger something really bad. It will also cancel this, so you actually fail, even if you succeed. Triumph, you can also use as this. I forgot my lightsaber. I have a triumph. Can I use my triumph and say, oh, my lightsaber is right in my back pockets or whatever. Yeah, okay. But not that simple, you have to make it into a proper narrative. So those are the dice. Force dice, few ways to use. First, if there's 5 of you playing, everybody rolls 1, and you each how many here? Whatever you get here, you will have destiny points, the tokens, white or black. Black, I get to use. When I use, I can change this into this. If you guys get a white, you flip it into black. When you use it, you flip it into black. Then you can change one of your this into this when you're rolling. Among other things, you can actually there's a list of things you can do. You can also I spend this much and I want something to happen.
What happens if you roll in the white and black tips over there?
What do you mean?
Because there's a circle that have black and white, right?
Then you have what do you mean?
Because when you roll the first die,
There's also white and black, right?
oh, they didn't have in between.
No. In between, if you have read the rule book, at least you read the rule book, right?
Yeah.
The rule book, that means you can choose either. So that's one way to use it. When we begin, we have the destiny points, and you can, and it's like balance. It's like the balance of the force, right? If you all use flip, everything comes black, then you can't do anything anymore until I do it. So GM, please do something to torture me. Just flip it, so you can use it again. So that's one. The other one is if you are a force user, you will have force powers, and you use your force rating at the 1 or 2 or 3. You roll the number of dice based on your force rating, and then you will also get like this now, black and white. If you are a light fast user, you would want to use the white.
Yeah.
But let's say your back is to the wall, and God, I need the black. I rolled 2 dice. I rolled 2, like 1 white and 2 blacks. Ideally, I would just want to use the 1 white. If I use 2 black, then I will get dark side.
Taman.
Yes, dark side points. Things might happen to you later. You might slowly be turned to despair. You want to turn to the Sith. You turn to the dark side. But let's say you're back to the wall, then you have to okay, I'm going to use my 2 dark side points here, and you'll be able to do more things like push a guy from far away, or you want to use force lightning or whatever.
Oh yeah.
But at the end of the game,
The narrative change.
yes, something like you'll roll dice. It might not happen at that session, but it slowly changes you as you play.
What situations do you use the force die?
When you have a force ability, a force power, for example, heal or like push or
Saber throw.
saber throw, throw.
So only force users use the force
Yes.
die. So non-force users don't ever use the force die.
Just the 2 ways. The first way is for everybody to get their destiny pool. So when you start to play, each session everybody rolls and you get a destiny pool, and you flip the destiny points to get bonuses.
Okay.
So the destiny points is shared among everybody.
Yes, sure.
Okay.
So everybody, let's say if there's 5 of you, you all get 1 white ideally. So I can use it. So that's 5 white destiny points there.
So it's sort of like initiative.
No, it's points that changes the game. So
Yeah.
either the player have advantage or the GM has advantage.
Right.
But if you use them, it turns black. Then you can't use that anymore until the GM uses it.
It's like we can what?
Change the
narrative a
situation,
bit,
yes.
change
So
the narrative
use
a
it.
bit.
players can use white and GM uses black? or
Yes.
something?
Yes.
Oh, okay.
But that is one point. The other one is that's one way of using the force die, only when you start. But if you are a Jedi or if you are a force user of any sort and you have force powers, and you can use this to activate your powers. Okay, next. So this is a character sheet, a character folio that you'll be using today.
Oh, this is
Characteristics,
I'm going for the Jedi.
skills.
Jedi or dark side.
So you can see here, like say coordination, agility. The agility is 4. So whatever agility skill that you have, you roll 4 green dice. If you have a rank, let's say in athletics 1, your brawn is 2, you change one of the green into a yellow.
Is this a preset or is there a point aggregation for this?
This is pre-generated.
Okay, preset.
There is a way for you to create your own, which is much more involved. You have weapons. We'll go through this. You have soak. Your armor is your soak, your wounds, and then you have your stress. Strain. Your HP is basically split into 2.
Okay.
Wounds if you are injured, but if you get stunned, or let's say something scares you, like suddenly you're taking, like you're going to the bathroom for your morning, you open the door and Darth Vader is there,
Why?
you might lose your strain.
So the hit points are divided by
Yeah.
the 2. Okay.
Yeah. Also, you can spend your strain to do other things. You can stress yourself out, I'm not gonna make it. We'll spend some strain and this is gonna happen.
You mean we gain strain in order to do
Yeah.
that?
And the less strain you have, if you get 0, then you're out. You're pengsan.
Oh, it goes down.
Oh,
so
it goes
yes.
down.
Yeah,
Yeah, you go down.
Oh, so that means that is the good level. That
That's
is
how much
Yeah.
stress you can
Yeah,
take.
it's like HP.
Holy shit.
Yeah. So this is basically your sanity points, and this is your.
Sanity
Okay, done again.
Okay.
I'm perfectly health physically.
Alright, how to game master. So it's not how to play, why we play everything. It's just basically the what kind of characters we can play, and if we're playing that game, what are the die rolls and such. How to game master next. So you discuss check with the players what type of Star Wars campaign the players wish for. It's got safety rules.
Yep.
Because some people might be, triggered by certain things. It happened to me before. X-Card is something that is created by
Extra.
my Google Plus friend.
It's basically when something happens in game that you
Yeah.
don't like to happen, so something triggering, you tell the GM like, hey, I want to X card this. So
Oh.
that
Everybody accepts it. Okay,
Yeah.
stop. Let's go on. Move
it
on.
fades to black and then it just goes on.
Yeah. So this is like something that we don't want to force people who are triggered by certain things, and it happened to me before.
So let's say we do a World War II RPG, then something happened at all. I'm not comfortable with it. Then.
Yeah,
Okay.
Okay, so we can move on. We can change the narrative. Prepare the scenario and sorted materials. Okay, use the GM. Ensure you use. This is good. This is something that I have heard of. I have heard of GMs that forget to do this, and when they run through a scenario on their own, they create their own scenario, and in the end, people ask, "Is this Star Wars? Why are we doing this? This sounds like I don't know."
Dungeon and Dragon.
No, not even Dungeons and Dragons. At least Dungeons and Dragons, you can you can have almost one-on-one certain things.
Yeah.
Like something like Duck Hunt. Okay. So that actually happened before. I know. Somebody have told me that story. So if you were to manage it,
Oh, suddenly there's a Vulcan there. Like,
Yeah.
wait, what?
feel free to use the words, or you don't. So it's okay lah.
But this gives that Star Wars
Yeah,
feel,
this is Star Wars feel.
The Force.
Yeah. So let's say instead of using grenades, you say thermal detonators. Right? Instead of using
okay.
cars, you can say speeders. But you know who plays this? The cast of Star Wars Rebels. There's a video of them playing a 5-episode game
No.
on YouTube, and they are the voice actors for Star Wars Rebel characters, and they just bantai on it.
Yeah. Do they play as their character?
Yeah,
Oh.
no, they don't play as the character.
They get
They
the whole
play as
Other character.
the pre-gen characters.
Oh.
Actually, the characters that we might be playing today as well.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. So like they just say, "Oh, I get in the car," and that kind of
You
thing.
speeder? Yeah, speeder.
And then who Sam Witwer is?
Yes.
He's the GM.
Yeah.
He's a GM.
Oh, so he always use the dark side.
And when Jawas appear, how he narrates Jawas is like Jawas are like Italian Americans in New York.
Oh my god.
Mafia.
And how he speaks like that. And the name of the first Jawa that he names is Louis LaRusso.
Oh yeah.
Well, it's just they're having fun, right?
Yeah,
So
yeah.
if you want to go into more
Comedy.
comedy, you can use that. If you want to go into more serious stuff, it depends on your players,
Yeah.
on your groups.
So there's a Don Corleone Jawa.
Yeah.
Oh my god.
Okay, next. One shot or full campaign? One shot, a single adventure. Usually 1 to 3 sessions. I would like to say 1 session, but
No.
never stops at 1.
No.
Never.
Maximum 3.
Yes, with an ending. Then you play new characters.
There's a part 2 of the plan that we didn't do yet.
So full campaign, series of continual sessions with the same characters. Types of campaign, serial, so you can have like chapters of a novel, The Mandalorian, Disney Plus show. Episodic, adventures that have different stories that do not continue episodic TV shows. So like The A-Team or MacGyver. Yeah, Monster of the Week. So that you can do that. Right. Next.
Didn't we do this
one?
No, this is Whoa.
Publish already. So what you want to publish, homebrew? If you have published adventures, scenarios, and everything's been done for you, props have been given. All you do is manage your players. If you have homebrewed adventures, you have scenarios customized for your players. You know your players, you know what their backgrounds are. Create your own NPCs and everything, and of course enhance your own creative skill. This is my own notes from 30 years ago.
Whoa, wow. During high school, where teachers kind of like, what are you doing? Homework.
Yeah, homework. No, we did.
Kajian tempatan.
We do not have an RPG club, so we took over the chess club. until
I mean, technically it's similar route, right?
the chess teacher chased us out after a couple of months. Okay, next. Okay, face-to-face online, local friends, you know what it is. Remote friends, list of available tools. Rodeo. This is my Star Trek. I have a
See, I mean, yeah.
Star Trek.
Yeah, I know.
So captain, this is our doctor.
Is that the bridge?
Yeah, this is the bridge. This is the science officer, a beluga whale, by the way.
I love that.
So who's the Mary Sue?
No, very soon.
So
This is my students playing Star Wars. I haven't played Star Wars online before, so that's why I don't have a screen capture of that. Next. Campaign concept. Rebellion vs. Empire warfares. Spec Force, Intelligence, Jedi vs. Sith, Clone Wars, Old Republic, High Republic. Now, High Republic, a lot in comics and novels, and the new show, Acolyte, will be in the High Republic era. There's no RPG book that focuses on this, but there is a very well done fan made.
It's always the fan.
Yeah,
It's always
it
the
looks
fan.
very good. So you can look it up. Scum and Villainy, Cartel, Bounty Hunter, Mercenaries. So what kind of campaign? You can do mercenaries, we pay you to fight. Civilians, free trader, journalists.
Journalists.
You have one droid with a camera, and another person is your bodyguard. One is a journalist, the other one is maybe your supervisor. It just goes around to war zones or
So
disaster zones.
interview the emperor. So what do you think about the
Yeah.
Galactic Empire?
Yeah. And you might have things like the government not allowing you to broadcast things. Medics, yacht tour operation.
This is the Death Star.
I've done it before.
This is good.
The yacht tour operators, they operate the yacht, and people pay them to go here and there.
Okay.
Yeah. So
So it's more suitable at Naboo lah.
depends, because sometimes there will be people who are like fleeing from the empire. And then the empire will be chasing you, and you want to go to this place. I want to go see this very beautiful black hole. Sure, let's go see the black hole. I'm a cultist. I want to sacrifice all of you to the black hole. That also happened before in my games. So yeah, so this is why I said, pattern club. What can you do? Seriously, who knows? I mean, that's a very extreme idea, but what else can you do? Teachers.
Go to Mustafa. This is the place where Obi-Wan and Darth Vader fight, and
Yeah.
this is where he has the high ground.
Yeah.
Oh no, don't go over there, don't go over there.
No, okay, medic.
Medic, why we are being targeted?
Right, next.
Oh yeah, coming to the next.
Star Wars RPG tropes as challenges. So as you play, you're a GM, what sort of challenges you want to give? Like I said, duck hunt. Every
Think that move.
everything will shoot.
That's what you mean by that.
Boring.
Yeah, that's what.
It
Okay.
happened before. Nothing else.
It's
There's a bad guy
me.
over there. You open the door, there's another bad guy. What do you do? I shoot it. Is there anything else? What can I do? Like, no. Okay, I shoot it. Go to another door. Open. It's a bad guy. Shoot it. After a while, the players forget.
Yeah, tired of it. Yeah.
So it seems to spice up your character's day. Computer slicing, hacking, persuade someone to do something, deceiving someone to do something is very good. Especially, like a stormtrooper is there, and there's need to go past.
I need to go to the bathroom. Can you allow me to pass?
The only bathroom is the Emperor's bathroom. So roll your dice, difficulty of that much.
I'm still inside.
Skirmishes and gunfights. Try to. It also works for Dungeons and Dragons or whatever. Try to move around this terrain as this happens. For example, when you're fighting at someone at a floating platform, the platform is splitting in two.
Yeah.
So jump over.
Next round, what you're gonna do? Where are you? Are you able to jump? You run to it. Guys still trying to kill you. Fight with it.
Or do you call my starfighter?
So call it fighter. Stuff in the combat. Also, try to play around with the terrain. What else is around? Not just pew pew. Oh, at the I have your 6. No wait, I have your 6. No, I have your 6. Roll the dice. Let's see who have the 6.
Is there a way where I can deflect a powerful missile using my lightsaber from a powerful starfighter?
You probably can deflect it. You probably can like cut it, but then you'll die.
No, but if I spend my light side, you know that.
Okay,
let's go.
maybe. If you can give me a good reason why. Oh yeah, chasers, I forgot.
Because I power up my lightsaber using some power generator that I find.
Creature attack. If you this is like you see the bad badge. No.
Wait, don't be spoiler. I didn't
No,
see it.
not spoiler. You know how I do this is I
Record.
interpose on how the media is doing it.
Mhm.
Bad Batch is falling on this a lot. Like every other episode has a creature attack.
Oh, okay.
So it's very Star Wars. But of course you cannot just have like the same thing attack you
Yeah.
or something that's it's another creature but it does exactly the same as the one before. You try it's a water creature or a flying creature or a crab creature or a snake. Up to you. And what else you got in mind?
Yeah, reflecting.
How are we really looking? How we really look?
Whoa.
Alright, next.
Imagination.
Yeah, imagination.
Oh,
Settings,
Senate
location.
office.
Locations that are familiar in real life. Right. Senate office. You just say this like you say it. What a train station. People don't know what train stations are. Marketplace. People know.
berikutnya.
Business officers. I've used this and this before. I've used this before. Locations, of course, the places that you've seen before in TV and movies, and stuff that you create yourself. Instead of
Crystal
saying
Swarm.
crystal swamps. What does that mean? Just say crystal swamps and you'll be like, swamp is crystal or they're like crystals growing on the swamp? Up to you. Maybe when the mechanics come into question, we'll handle that. But just say the word crystal swamp, people's like,
I need, to complete my lightsaber. Okay, your task is to dive into the swamp, retrieve the crystal. That particular crystal, no. Jungle civilization.
jungle starship is a starship 10 kilometers long and everything inside is a jungle. Up to you. I mean, these are the things that can make people be, if you're a GM, right? And the players will be, what's next?
The lost Jedi starship 10,000 years ago. Oh,
The whole thing is a jungle. But in the middle of that, there's like a crystal swamp. In the middle of the crystal swamp, there's a pattern office.
No.
With a droid. It's the only one left.
And the droid is gold in color. Okay, I recognize you.
Okay, next. So plot. Improvised Star Wars movie. Things that you can, off the top of your head, what you can do. Get cargo, destination, passengers, or message. Treasure hunt, get the cash, artifact, imperial material. People hunt. Bounties, persons of interest. War, you know what war stuff. Hey, I forgot to put this in the bag. Send it to the bank. I forgot to do that. Never mind. Scoundrel, gang war, heist. If you do heist, it's amazing. Especially if heist, usually you don't need to plan a lot. You just say,
Yeah.
this is the problem.
Yeah. Solve
Go
it.
nuts.
Yeah.
Mundane crap. Going to the market.
This is the list. Go buy it. But
I like 20 years ago, I was in the WholeNet forums. That is like at that time it was the Star Wars RPG discussion group on the internet. We actually discussed about this.
Yeah.
What would be in the market? Let's say you're in Coruscant and then you need to go to the market. If you just go and buy, it'll be boring. So what would maybe some of the fruits are poisonous to you. Maybe they're like two marketeers and they're like they're enemies and you go past, they shoot at each other or they throw fruit at each other. There are things that will give you like ideas on how to make things interesting. Best stage of your favorite movies. That's good.
that's good.
Godzilla, the Born Identity.
Why not?
Why not?
Godzilla.
Meanwhile, Das Boot, Godzilla has been done in the Clone Wars.
The Zero Monster.
Zero Monster.
Yes.
Gulliver's Travel, Apocalypse Now. This episode was directed by the editor of the actual Apocalypse Now, Walter Murch. Right, next. Plot twist! Give one or two clues about the twist. Don't make it too obvious. And then, the Force user you're protecting is a twist.
You can sense that?
The rebel spy you meet is a typical teacher. The senator you serve is a tyrant. He's asking you to go and fix this. You have to kill some good guys because he wants his fruits to go into his fruit basket.
Senator Amirallah. No.
The Imperial defector you rescue has 10 kids with him.
Oh no.
No.
That can either be fun or horrifying.
X card.
Anyway, I bring from the academy.
You're unwittingly transmitting the team's location.
Oh.
I'm just playing stuff.
Yeah.
Oh my god.
You're the clone. The duplicate is the original
I like that
person.
Ah, yes.
I like that
The royal wants to marry you before they pledge their alliance. And you need to make the alliance macam mana. So this actually happened to me once. I ran it. And you know who the alliance is with? A Hut.
Huh?
A Hut.
Oh!
So the Hut wants to marry a Zeltron. And the Zeltron says, okay, why not?
one. Okay, why not?
Right, next.
Did the alliance come with?
Ensure, okay, managing is play, make sure everyone's included in this session, included in terms of they have things to do, they are active, make sure everyone has fun, use the character's background as major or minor plot points. This one, you look at whatever background that you have, or as you go along, you just you talk to each other, oh, your character, what did she do before this? Which planet are you from?
Yeah.
You know, things, what happened to you during the war?
They can do it at session 0 as well.
Yeah, during session 0 you can do that, but as you play, you guys can do that. And when, as a GM, keep that in mind. But sometimes I do have groups where they don't tell me anything, so I'm like,
Oh,
Yeah.
that's boring.
okay, do you have any family? No, I'm alone.
Kita orang cuma
Can
like
you give them stories and like you do actually you didn't know.
always.
You have
Actually,
actually
no, it's with
on
no.
your mom's side.
3-act or 4-act structure, this one you can also split into different sessions. 3-act structure is very simple. Setup, confrontation, conclusion. 4-act, setup, build up, confrontations, and
cliffhanger.
cliffhanger at the end. What we call it, the twist. And then the
okay.
confrontation.
Fine.
Prompt those who are less involved using in-character methods. I usually use NPCs.
Some things are more quiet.
Yeah, some people are more quiet. You don't like force them. So you get, let's say, a droid come to you and say, "Are you okay, sir? Why are you not moving?" I got gout. He says, "So okay, sure, all right." You don't do anything.
So maybe the Jedi can help push him go to the door.
Yeah.
Do something.
Or other players, we can like prompt the other players. You need him to help you in this and this. You look at his skills. This is how I usually do it. Like if we go earlier, we're talking about the challenges. Whoever, which player is like least involved in that session, I will try to create a challenge for him. And if he doesn't get involved, others will know because people know that he's good at this. He's a Jedi, he's not going, "Can you do this?" And he will say, "Okay, yeah, sure, I'll roll the dice." So that's how you do it. And also, conclusion of cliffhanger. Cliffhanger, make sure it's something that they want to come back to.
Yeah.
Cliffhanger is not like, alright, you're there, you go to the patent office, we continue.
Then what?
Can but why?
Yeah.
And the why part is the thing that brings people back next time.
What's in the bag?
Yeah, what's in the bag? It smells like someone that you know from your family. To be continued. What is it? What is it? Next.
And then you saw a pendant that you're familiar with.
Props.
Wow.
You don't need this.
Not my mother's.
Miniatures, maps, terrain, data pads. Let's give this. This is the person we need to look for. If you're a bounty hunter.
Bomb Windy. Oh, the bounty hunter.
No, this is
Bounty.
The bounty, bounty.
He's the bounty. Bong Vindin is the adverse in episode 4. You can see him.
Oh.
The actual name. There's even the Kenna toy of the Bong Vindin. Right, next. And that's it. Star Wars RPG, Star Wars Day 2024 survey. Some questions for you to. Thank you very much.
Thank you.
Thank you.
And then we will, let's take a
Break.
5-minute break and then
Yeah.
we can, I'll set things up.